sa mga nanonood sa Facebook at nagko-comment, I'll go through it with you again, no? So, question, okay, from Mel Caspe, RVFN, Borongan City, maupay nga aga speaker o hapon na, bakit po kailangan may kota ang mga beneficiaries ng 5 to 8 lalo na po sa probinsya? From Jess Gaduco, hi Jess, no? IBC 13, marami pa din po confused lalo sa mga barangay sa pamamahagi ng card per household. Pinipilit pa rin po ng ilan barangay na maghati ang ilang pamilya sa isang form. Paano to ma-address? Okay. Before I answer that, kanina sinabi ko na, there's no him or her, us or them, conservative, liberal, communist, or whatever, Christian, Muslim. Here, it's COVID-19 versus all of us. Sa lahat ng pag-uusapan natin at sa lahat ng ikla-clarify po natin, I think we go back to yung purpose ng gobyerno, purpose ni President Duterte, purpose ng economic team at ng Kongreso sa batas na to. Okay? And when you talk about this law, yung Bayanihan to Hilas 1, you talk about COVID-19 because it's a response, di ba? It's a response to COVID-19. So our response to COVID-19, which is based on scientific advice, is mag-lockdown or magkaroon ng community quarantine and later on the enhanced community quarantine. So the problem with the community quarantine is nag-uunahan ngayon anong papatay sa'yo, COVID-19 o yung gutom. So the Bayanihan to Hilas 1 was passed because ang intensyon ng Pangulo, wala pong magugutom at wala pong nangangailangan ng gamot na hindi niya makukuha during this time, na hindi ka naman makatrabaho, hindi ka makapunta sa kamag-anak mo, hindi ka makapunta sa 5-6 o sa sanlaan o sa bangko para mangutang. So, every time there's confusion, bumalik po tayo doon. Ano ba intention ng ating Pangulo? So, in this case po, yung quota, ang intention po ng Pangulo, walang magutom So, that has to be our frame of mind. Having said that, it's supply and demand. Meaning, kung ang hinanda ng gobyerno ay 100 billion for 18 million families, but actually 18.5 million families ang nangangailangan, hahanap tayo dun sa 500,000 families, no? So yung quota, actually mga mayor ang nagbigay ng name na to sa Metro Manila na quota because based on certain official statistics, no? I think it was the 2015 census, pero ang ginawa ng Department of Finance, nag-add ng 3 million on the census, no? Kasi tumaas ang population natin. Based on that, per region, meron po yan scientific estimates, no? It's not guesstimates, hindi po to hula, pero hindi rin po to eksakto, no? So let me call it scientific estimates of ilan po ang pamilyang bibigyan. So as these numbers come out, halos lahat po ng kapitan at mayor ay nagsasabi ng kulang, no? And part of the confusion is let me jump to one question kasi I think papasok din dito, no? Questions, pero may nagtatanong kasi na parang sinabi daw ng gobyerno or sinabi ko lahat bibigyan. Let me clarify po that. From the start, we've been very, very clear that there are 24.6 million Filipino families. Okay? And then let me inject another thing we have to clarify, household. For the purpose of yung emergency subsidy program, yung 5 to 8,000 pesos, the government has been using household and families interchangeably. No, but let me go back to that. But anyway, so there's 24 points old. No, okay. So based on that, yung 18 million are informal, part of our informal economy. Yung 6.6 million families are part of the formal economy. Iba po ang programa dyan. Doon po sa 6.6 million families po yun, so that's more than 30 million Filipinos. Yan po, may mga programang existing dyan, like sa DOLE. For example po, yung natigil at hindi nagsusweldo ngayon, pero nagbabayad kayo sa SSS. Yung isa po, yung binabanggit ni Sec sa medium enterprise, at tingin ko tama na unahin nila yung micro, small, and medium enterprise because more than 90% of employment nandyan. So, tutulungan nila yan para yung mga employees nun, no? So, dun sa iba nagtatanong na may trabaho at hindi kayo nakakasweldo ngayon, maaring dun kayo sa 6.6 million kasama. So, ang sinabi po namin, kung qualified kayo sa 18 million, lahat kayo dapat meron. Now, there was some confusion po on the forms because nga po of the interpretation and the guidelines. So, going back to the household, no? Kung titignan nyo po sa dictionary, ang nakalagay po ng meaning ng household, it's number of people in a house and measured as a unit, no? Other definitions is yung laman ng bahay, pero halimbawa, sabay kayo kumakain or preparation and everything. Lalo sa highly urbanized, maraming pamilya sa isang bahay. So, rather than mag-argue tayo kung sino tama, dictionary, etc., kasi nasa mga guidelines na yan, dun sa mga nakikinig na mag-i-implement, at tandaan nyo po, I'm addressing myself to the public, I'm addressing specifically DSWD and the task force, no? So, to take out confusion, Tagalogin na lang natin, o let's use the Filipino language. Ang isang bahay, maaring maraming pamilya. So, kung ang laman ng bahay mo ay 3 pamilya, at 2 pamilya doon ay qualified, edi yung 2 pamilya makakatanggap. Kung 3 pamilya ay qualified, di yung 3. Kung 3 kayong nandyan at sa formal economy kayo, di ba? Example, hindi bahay, compound. So, may mga kaibigan po ako sa compound nakatira noon. So, in dictionary terms, isang household yon, pero maraming pamilya. But as I said, because it's being used interchangeably sa mga guidelines, clarify namin, ang ibig sabihin ng household in this context is pamilya. So, Tagalogin na lang natin. Yung isang bahay, maaring maraming pamilya. Okay? Pero wag nyo po sisihin si Mayor, wag nyo pong sisihin si Kapitan, because there are only 2 possibilities sa mangyayari. Kasi ibibigay at ibibigay sa inyo to. One possibility is that hindi kayo qualified, and that means may ibang programa that you will qualify pag kailangan ka nun. But not the ESP program, no? Yung emergency subsidy program. So maraming the second possibility is that kulang talaga. Meaning, sa census, 50,000 households and then 30,000 ang bibigyan, but in reality, 70,000 na kayo at dapat bigyan ay 35. So, dito po tayo nakikiusap na hindi sapat tayo na ang magtulungan lahat, no? So, yung yung isang question po ng isang reporter na tinatanong, yung sinasabi daw ng ibang kapitan ay maghati-hati sa isang bahay. This may be a creative way to help and get you the help muna. So, sa alala na qualified kayo, hindi makakatanggap, every minute, every day po, dinidiscuss kung paano punuan yan. So, hindi naman po to one time na bigayan, ngayon lang, today lang, at yung hindi makakatanggap, wala nang apela o wala nang pag-asa. So, magtulungan po tayo. Pero kung meron po kayong kilala na lubos na nangangailangan, no? Gamot, dalhin sa ospital, pera, whatever, no? Tulungan na natin, di ba? Hindi lang naman gobyerno ang source, authorized representatives to get cash aid. Well, kaya nga po natin gustong bahay-bahay, kasi kung nandiyan ka sa bahay, hindi ka makakaligtaan. So, if you're someone who is working now and is in essential need, alam ko napakahirap ng burden na ikaw mamimili sino makakatanggap at sinong hindi. That's why we're trying to help explain. 1, we're finding more funds. Number 2, we're together with the executive, dinadagdagan natin yung programa. But number 3, nakikiusap tayo na kung ano muna ang ibinigay, tuloy-tuloy natin ipamigay, di ba? So yung ibahay-bahay yung forms at lahat bigyan, but with the explanation to them that i-evaluate pa yon at i-validate kung pasok sila sa ESP program, yung 5,000 to 8,000 or sa iba. But because nga may fixed number, ang naging interpretation at implementation ngayon is fixed yung number ng forms. Wala dapat kakulangan ng personnel na mag-deliver because dapat nagtutulong-tulong ang field office ng DSWD, PNP, AFP, barangay at saka yung LGU. But to answer your question, yes, this can be deployed. In fact, pagka pera na yung dinideploy, armed po talaga yung military at police. But I've been, salamat po sa pagbabantay nyo sa gobyerno at sama-sama po tayo. God bless you.